Well, it's October 4th, and I just pulled up to the property. It's about 2:40, I think, in the afternoon. We just had a big front go through, dropped the temperatures significantly. Yesterday, I think the high was like 92 or 93, and right now it's about 69 degrees, and we've got a pretty stiff north wind, which is absolutely perfect for getting in here to hunt. I'm actually going in after a buck that I call Cosmo Kramer. Really nice buck. Passed him last year in here. I'm going to go ahead and finish getting dressed, and we got about a 400-yard walk through the standing corn here. Halloween evening, and the push for the rut is just kind of starting tonight. I've got a good northeast wind tonight, and I'm not really sure exactly where I'm going to go, to be honest. I'm just going to go back there, sneaking north, and just kind of see what feels good. And there's two main funnel points from here north, and I'm probably going to set up in one of those. Probably right along the creek, just east of the creek. My wind's going to kind of blow down into the creek bottom. That's the plan anyway. I've heard other people say that there's been kind of some signs of a little bit early rut this year, so who knows, maybe there's a big buck up here cruising. There's a couple other 4-year-olds up here that I may or may not shoot, but the main targets for sure are definitely Carmen and Slim Jim, as has been the case for the past couple years. So I'm going to finish getting dressed here, pack up my stand, and we're gonna sneak back there. While I'm set up, and I guess we'll kind of see how it ends up turning out here. I just kind of sneaked my way in, and as I got closer to this spot, I would just move when the wind would gust. And I got back here probably about 200 yards from the stand and ended up blowing out a doe, and she ended up going north, which is kind of the direction I anticipate deer coming from. But as I got back here, I'm dropping milkweed, and it just couldn't make up its mind if it was northwest or northeast in here. It just kind of depended on where I was on the topography, where it was swirling. But what I'm kind of doing here is just mentally eliminating anything south of me. At least for now, the wind is kind of staying out of the northwest, which would be perfect. This is kind of a narrow spot where a creek swings in toward a field edge, and it's just brushy and thick all to the north of me. Plenty of bedding up north of me, from 100 yards to probably 400 or 500 yards north of me. There's plenty of bedding along this creek, but this is about the narrowest spot, just a little bit south of the narrowest spot in this funnel. I can also see across the creek, which is in a low, grassy, brushy area. Hopefully, if something moves through this creek bottom, I'm going to see it. But there's a good beat-down trail here about 12 yards from the tree. I'm not super confident that Slim Jim or Carmen are up here, but there has been the scent of estrus doe in the air for the past few days anyway. And who knows? Like I said earlier at the truck, there are a couple of the 4-year-olds that they may just get shot if they walk by. And you just never know. This is an area filled with roaming deer, so this time of year anything can happen. Halloween has been good in the past. It's a great day to hunt, kind of the start of what's traditionally considered the rut. I've got probably about 5 does now out in that field feeding. They just came up out of a thicket that's up there to the north. A really good bedding thicket. If I had to guess, there's probably bucks up there too. I haven't seen anything moving down here in this low ground northwest of me, but I wouldn't be at all surprised to see a buck cruising through there tonight. There's a good buck right there. Meep. Meep. Yep. That was a hard buck to pass. I just about didn't. I drew back on him. Man, it just didn't feel right. I've got way bigger bucks running around. With it being the beginning of the rut, I just didn't feel right about shooting him. If that buck came walking by about December 15th, I'd probably shoot him. But not October 31st. What a hunt. Anytime you can pass a decent 4.5-year-old, that's a good hunt. That's a buck I have a ton of pictures of from last year in this area. And kind of had a feeling I'd probably have an opportunity at him this year. And that was it. I don't know what he'd go, probably somewhere in the 140 range as an 8-pointer. Not big enough at this point. I say that and I'll probably shoot a 130-inch 4-year-old at the end of the season. But that felt good. Really good. That's the best buck I've passed in a long time. What a fantastic evening. Can't ask for a whole lot more.